WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, to dance St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We got just about 21 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour in the morning time. Good morning to all the folks who are heading to work this morning. On your way, good morning to all the minivans on the road. If you're traveling, make sure you take it easy on the road. Good morning to you, Roleza. Good morning.
Morning. Let's start again. You're supposed to clear your throat before you start saying
make sure you clear your throat.
Good morning, Maka. Good morning, SVG. Good morning, region, and just by general, good morning, world. All right? It is Thursday. We're finally here at Thursday, folks.
It seems like it's going to be a good day today weather-wise. These days, the sun is really, really hot.
Yeah, the sun is really, really hot, and people are still insisting on burning things, burning garbage, burning mountainsides, just burning things. Don't know how many times.
This is the season.
But it's quite an annoying season, right? Mm-hmm. I know we like to say it's the season, and I just. Every time it happens, I don't know, I probably it's like one of those topics I'm tired of talking about, but maybe you can't get tired enough, right? Because in no time you're done sweep, somebody burn something, your whole house full of ash. Just tired. Vinci's, we need to do something better.
Need to bring in a law for it.
I do think that there is a law for it. But I think that the law stipulates the time when persons can burn things. But it's not just the time. I don't even think it's that. It's, again, as we spoke about yesterday with certain things, mentality, right?
Yeah.
Because not everything needs to be burned. We have a reliable garbage system. Not everything needs to be burned. All right? I am just so tired.
But you're so correct. The time is, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, the other day I went to take a nap because I was extremely tired around after 4. Mm-hmm. No time I put down my head, have to get up and close in all the windows. Because why? Somebody burning something. No, boy, I'm just tired. It's just one of those exhausting topics. So, yeah. All right, so. Morning, Vinci's.
On a sad note, I think you have... there was a body found somewhere.
Yeah, but before we even get into that, Maka, if you... Who is the most likely person to realize your absence or your silence? Is there anybody who you can say if they haven't heard from you or seen any sort of activity, whether it's online or whatever, that somebody for sure would know that you're missing or you're not accounted for?
Maybe your mom.
In your case, you're asking your mommy would recognize it?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. I just find it's one of those topics that, well, when Deanna and we talked about it before, right? So the reason why I asked Maka the question, right? One News St. Vincent has a story stating breaking news, body found in Park Hill. So police have confirmed the discovery of a decomposing, and notice the words, decomposing male body in a house in the north central Windward community of Park Hill. Villagers found the remains on yesterday, the 7th, after noticing a strong odor emanating from the property. The deceased has been identified as Sponge. The circumstances surrounding the death remain unclear, with the details still emerging. All right, so the article goes on. If the discovery is classified as a homicide, it will be the first homicide of 2026. And further information will be provided as it becomes available from authoritative sources. All right.
So from what you're reading, that seems to me like somebody living by themselves.
Somebody living by themselves. But what bothers me so much, Maka, is that this is not the first time we're hearing of something like this, right? And many times when we're hearing of these situations, it's always men. Right? I can't tell the last time I've heard a story stating of a decomposing body found, and it is that of a female. And that is the reason why I asked you the question, where if somebody notices if you go quiet for a period of time, who is the most likely person to notice your absence, right?
Well, most like it's your mother or your neighbor will mostly see like something strange. That person haven't moved in, let's say, 2 days. So somebody, the neighbor might say, "No, something strange."
That's it. I am always so concerned for y'all as men, right? Because for me as a woman, right, I believe that, well, my niece, if she doesn't see me do a post or something like for a whole day, she would message me and ask me if I'm okay, right? So it's in little ways like that we're able to check in on people. I know that if there are persons who I know post every single day or who might message about something or they're on social media, I look for activity in that way too, as signs of life. We don't have to have a conversation, but I look at that as signs of life, right? My neighbors would look to see if I've opened a window, open a door, if the lights are on.
Right.
But it always concerns me whenever
But it depends on the person. If the person and the neighbor go along well.
Oh gosh, but still, whether or not me and somebody good, still, I would. I mean, we might have to have talk.
It happened in my area like twice. They found someone in the house, but with the first person, the person was in the house like 2 days, right? And then the third day, the neighbor saw a whole set of flies. Okay. So then they realized there's something wrong,
right?
And the other one now, I think the family member was calling the person and no answer, and then they shop at the person home and they found the person.
Yeah,
died.
and I also know in some cases it depends on where persons are living in terms of where the house is located, right? And that you might not have somebody close by enough, but I think we need to be able to look out for people more, especially the men, and I guess it's the men who live alone, because it just baffles me that every time we read about one of these stories, it's usually when you hear decomposing body found is a man. So who looks out for y'all?
Men love to live by themselves.
Women too, please to note. Please to note.
We love to live by ourselves.
Women too, but it's just that I think for us as women, society looks out for us a little more than you guys. But it's just something of concern there for me.
I think we you see it's a neighbor. If you, as you mentioned, according to where the person live. Because the person live distance away from neighbor, it's hard to detect, something is wrong with the person.
I guess so. But I still think that maybe at least somebody should go looking, because there's even this guy in my community, Aaron, but I don't even know he gets called by a different name. But he goes and checks on this elderly gentleman who lives further up. So I think it's maybe like every day, and he would carry stuff for him and so forth. So he looks out for him. But we need to do more for the men.
And I guess people do it to to elderly folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young people like me, people won't, come and look for me, make sure me okay.
True. You probably do have a point in terms of ages also could be another factor as well. All right. All righty, folks. So good morning to those who are on the live as well. Good morning to James Ford, who is there. Remember that we are also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. All right, so let's just quickly jump into the topic for this morning.
So the topic for this morning, Minister Stevens says traffic safety to top priority for relocated Kittles government school student. One of the things that really take me is the traffic. When the minister say he working closely with the traffic department to ensure they have speed bumps. What do you think about that?
And I want to hear from you. I know your
the speed
reaction.
bump is good. The speed bump is good. The van driver is gonna be real upset.
All right. So for those who might know that these students who are currently displaced, they're going to be housed at the Camden Park Community Center, right? And for those of you familiar with where the Camden Park Community Center is, it's located on that long stretch.
Yeah, the industrial side stretch going down to Camden Park.
So the minister said that they're going to be putting in speed bumps. And let me tell all you, right? Maka listened to it. And Maka's like, speed bumps? Maka wasn't too pleased.
After I realized it's very important. Because there are some crazy van drivers out there, so is very important. Kudos to the minister.
All right. But so by extension, though, I think what we can talk about is not just in relation to the students at the Kittel's government school, but what else can we do to ensure the safety of our students arriving and leaving schools, right?
Well, they have a bus system, right?
I think in some places. You mean the designated buses?
No, the bus. I think there's a bus. There's gonna be a bus system
for the
from the school,
schools, right?
to take kids from the school to the community center.
But then we talk
back.
Right. But then that's broadly students in general in SVG, right? Because I will admit that when it comes to students arriving and leaving school, I try to avoid those times, right? Because when you see like children congregated in a particular place, they worry me, right? They worry me because many times they let their guards down. When I look at when I'm passing Kittels, maybe
on
like around lunchtime on the block, around lunchtime on the afternoon, they concern me. The children don't know how to, they don't walk in single file, they walk in side by side. The road is already a two-lane road, road, and it's only 2 lanes that can be accommodated. And the children tend to just walk in any kind of way, right? So as a driver, I am generally a little bit concerned whenever it is that I'm passing school children, and not just kids, school children, and I'm not trying to put them under the microscope here, but generally in school-related areas, passing those students whenever it is that they are arriving or leaving school is a concern to me because
what concern me is these container truck that just speeding and their school children out at 3:00. That really concerned me. Boy, I just be scared.
Yeah. And I mean the other thing too, when I notice it with the students of the Camden Park school, I've always been trying to figure out, is it hot van they're waiting for?
Of course.
So it's hot because I cannot understand why is it that they're leaving.
They are leaving the school and
right,
walk straight up to the bus.
Bridge. No, but they walk to the bridge on Camden Park.
Right.
Like I could never understand that. It's always about hot vans?
Most of the time.
So even with that conversation as well, and this is why when persons talk about maybe we should have more like a regulated bus system so that all the vans them look the same, they're not playing music and so forth. Because if children are supposed to be heading home from school, not congregating in that sense, the priority should be them leaving school at the time that they do so that they don't compete with people leaving work. Then maybe you could understand where people are coming from when they're saying, to get rid of how we have the private van system currently, because it shouldn't be about catching a hot van.
Well, I don't know what the kids, but you used to catch hot van when you used to go to school?
So when I was a child, as a secondary school child,
I
wanted to catch hot vans, but I was traveling with different vans, right? Okay. And none of them were hot vans. You remember Bratch back in the day? Bratcha back in the day? So big secondary school girls over there, Bratcha, morning Bratcha, because Bratcha's still alive, right? But no, I had designated vans that I had to travel with, and none of them were hot vans. Maybe if I wanted to, the answer might have been yes, but I didn't have that, right? But no, I
wonder. I don't have any problem, kids catch the hot van, but these van carry more than 18 passengers.
Because, so now to go back to my college experience, when we were going to college, we used to roll as a crew and no person was left behind. So somebody said, I'll get laughed on that kind of thing. Because it's all of us together. We were all given a count for each other, but we go pick that up a little afterwards.
You still have to pay your fare, right?
Still have to pay my fare, but I will say that I would not agree with it. No, adults me. Adults me does not agree with it, all right? But we will pick that up as we have to break right now to bring to you this morning's traffic talk.
99.9 WEFM.
This is WEFM's